unmuted.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, my favorite day of the week. I'm so excited to be here.
Absolutely.
So here we are at Cut Up and Sew What's Up.
You didn't even wait for the cue.
I didn't. I figured why do that.
I love it. I was just going to find the feed so we can see if anybody's saying hello to us because we don't have the computer. But
that's right.
Every single Monday at 9 a.m. we meet and talk about all things cut up and sewed, tips and tricks. This is Joanne.
This is Josh.
We're getting good at that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I think it's going to be another pretty Monday. How was everybody's Easter?
It was such a beautiful day yesterday.
It was. We Easter Bunny hid eggs for Casper. He enjoyed that. It was fun. I'm wondering, he's 6. Like, at what point is he going to go,
As long as you put money in those eggs.
I didn't put anything in the eggs. That was the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
As long as the Easter Bunny puts money in those eggs.
And there was no, it was like he's obsessed with little gadgets, little things and stuff. So, and he's been sick, so tons of candy, and he's just like, can I have one more gummy bear, please? Do your homework, and then here's a gummy bear. All right. I see Jill Barnes. Good morning, Mama.
Is that your mom?
It is.
You
on
know,
Facebook.
Yeah,
Mom, you're never on Facebook. What are you doing?
Wow. So, Mrs. Barnes, the next time you visit here, I want to make sure I meet you because I hear about you every Monday, and I'm so impressed that you tune in to watch your son.
She'll be down here eventually. Eventually, she'll move back to Florida.
Is that where she's from?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Mom, where are you from? All over, right?
All over.
surprise, she says.
Surprise? Oh, good. All right.
Matt, who visited last week, is back in Michigan.
I'm glad you made it home safe. It was awesome to see you. I knew she came in, and I knew the name, and I knew her face. So it was nice. Mm-hmm. Thank you for saying hello. I'm the one, and then it all comes together. It's so great when
That's
you see
really
somebody you talk to online, and then you meet them in person, and you know them.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, okay, good. Because I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, me too.
Well, there's a lot of you guys, to be fair.
Yeah, you meet a lot of people, don't you?
Yeah, it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Maybe we should put name tags at the door.
Everybody take your name tag. You come here enough, you get a name tag.
That's right.
There's probably one in a bucket that Cindy made for you. All right. So I want to start off just Ryan's Case for Smiles is our next Sewing for Charity party this Saturday, right? Yeah. This Saturday in St. Augustine. So if you have never heard of Ryan's Case for Smiles, I'll just really quickly tell you it's an amazing organization. And the idea, just to sum it up, we make pillowcases for children going through scary times in the hospitals and just trying to put a smile on their face because they're going through something scary. And it's amazing how much something, just the gesture can help. Yeah. It's wonderful. So sadly, there's a need for this. And
but happily, there are people that can meet that need.
A lot of you guys, a lot of us get together. The Sewing for Charity parties always amazing. So St. Augustine is smaller. I get it. And I know I've heard people say that they're nervous to even sign up because they feel like there's not going to be space. It's a charity party. We'll make space. We'll get close. It's fine. It's not as big as the Palm Coast Classroom, but we're absolutely there to do the exact same thing, which is good. So sign up. And if you're out and about and you didn't register, still stop in. Yeah. There's probably something we can, even if you just want to stop and say hello and cheer us on for a little bit.
You can always iron or cut or whatever.
Bring donuts. I like that. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, so that's this Saturday at St. Augustine, 10:30. Well, I guess 10 when we open. So 10 till we close pretty much. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. If you can't make it, I have extended a challenge for this month of 500 pillowcases in total for both locations. I have no idea what the count is. I don't know if you asked Sherry yet.
Well, half of them here, so she doesn't
count. Okay. But you can drop them off at either location. Feel free to sew at home and just bring them in. They'll still count. It's still huge help, and we appreciate it.
Do you remember when the Case for Smiles started? When it really began, it was like they wanted to do 1 million pillowcases.
Whoa!
I wonder how many they are up to, because I'm sure it's way over 1 million now, because that was a lot of years ago. But
we did just that last year. The 1 month the goal was 40,000, and they beat that.
Yeah.
So
it's an incredible
organization. Yeah.
Yes.
And Sherry Muth is fantastic. She's really donated and given her time and made it easy for us to participate and help. So thank you, Sherry. It's awesome. So that's this Saturday in St. Augustine when we open 10.
Okay.
I just grabbed this. I went to my office to get a tissue and I said, oh, you know what? Annie sent us something. We got the official, whatever you want to call this. Yeah. But so the Creative Hub, the certificate. Thank you. Creative Hub Award. And we had a nice little gift basket with some fun things and some information about the future, which means we're going to get to do that live with Annie, which is really exciting. I know I'm very excited. So that's really, really cool. There was a handful of things, some new color zippers and things, which is really neat. But I just wanted one more time just to say thank you. And my favorite part, and I'm not going to take the time to read it, but they actually sent us a printout of all of your comments.
Oh, wow.
And I tell you,
how many pages? Oh, my goodness.
There's a bunch. But again, it's not even about the quantity, it's the quality. And that's why we won, because of you guys. Truthfully, 100%. Like, we asked for it and you over delivered. Some of these are, I mean, look at the first one, Cassie. She wrote a novel.
Yeah.
Josh is awesome. No, but no, it's fantastic. And it kind of just pulled at my heart, tugged at my heartstrings. It's wonderful. So thank you again to everybody. We're having fun. And I hope you guys are going to stick with us as we continue to have fun and grow and we're listening. So anytime I ask for your help and constructive criticism, positive feedback, it matters. Truthfully.
And when you ask for it, people respond.
Yeah, big time. And I had a feeling you would. I mean, I didn't think we would win because that was a worldwide.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's crazy. And we did jump in late. Yeah, totally. But I mean, I had a feeling because I just know you guys. I know how awesome the people that surround us are. And so I was like, we've got a shot at this because our customers are really amazing. I don't even like calling you customers. Our friends. Our Cut Up and Sew crew members are really amazing. So, all right, let me stick to the sticky note.
Okay, moving
on. So Shop Hop's almost over. We've got some Shop Hop specials still in the works. Not too many of these left, but this really cool Florida, it's got the Florida
the map
laser thing. Yeah, it's a canvas floor quilt. These are really cool. I just want to see what people are doing with these. But since the Shop Hop's almost over, 30% off until they're gone. And there's not many of them. I think both locations have some, but there is 2 colorways. But what's really neat, in case you haven't seen it before, I don't know if they can see that or not. Okay, you can put the heart on Palm Coast and St. Augustine, and the heart's big enough it'll kind of just be right over both of them, which is cool. But I don't know, we were going to do like Cut Up and Sew, Live to Create. We never got around to it, but
you could with your embroidery machine.
Absolutely. Or and the Florida state, it's all laser cut, so all you got to do is applique on. In fact, I think it has the fusible already on it, so all you got to do is iron it on there, and if you don't want to do anything else, cool, you got a Florida mat. It's neat. So those are 30% off. Our eggs, we tried to extend a competition. Nobody's jumping on that one. We tried. So, but just in case, these are really cute. And I know Easter's over, but I mean, come on. Look at the marketing. Super cute fabric. These are fat quarters, 30% off. Makes these the right price. I'll be honest with you. They were priced a little high in my opinion. So we knocked them down 30% off, and we still have some of these left at both locations. Super cute. And please buy these because my son really wants one and I just can't stomach giving him the entire thing. I was like, what are you going to do with it? He's like, I don't know. He just thinks it's so cute that he wants one. And I'm like,
with all the fabric?
He wants everything. And I was like, what are you going to do with it? He's like, I don't know. He just likes stuff. And it's really cute. It's the marketing. It sucked him in.
Oh, absolutely.
It sucked him right in. So I think this is how I get him to sew. Like, I will give this to you, but you have to make something with it. I think that's
that could do it.
Bribery, I'm telling you. So 30% off of those. The Shop Hop is almost over. I mean, we've got 8 days. Today, what is it? 21st. Yeah, because I know what tomorrow is. It's the 21st. So Shop Hop is almost over. It's been an amazing 2 months. Sad to see it end, but I'm also ready to, okay, what's next? You know,
Maybe arrest.
What's that? This word is foreign to me, Joanne.
I
Rest.
know. That's why I was concerned.
But we still have a few magazines left. And even though you're not going to do the shop hop, or maybe you still have time to do one region, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You could easily knock one out in a week. But the magazines are fantastic. We still do have a few left. Great patterns, and just, again, a really cool roadmap to the current shops that are actually open and not closing, which is neat. We talked about Caterpillar. We had our friend, there we go, Keisha on, I don't know, a week ago or so, from Caterpillar, talking about all the mats and the products. So I just wanted a friendly reminder, and you guys have taken advantage of it, but we still have a few left in both locations. These are 40% off. That's crazy. See her face? That's the face you should all make until you come and take advantage of that. One is rechargeable, one is not. Just keep that in mind. So you've got the basic and then the premium, and they're fantastic. I use it every day.
I love it, and I don't use it every day, but I do love it, and I love the fact that it is rechargeable and you can disconnect it and it works, so I can move it around my sewing room.
Yeah,
I like that.
Look, Ma, no cord. It's awesome. So
good.
40% off. That, I mean, you will not get a better deal than that. It's just that we had some from the quilt show. We ordered too many. I talked to Caterpillar. They said, "Here's the deal. We'll give you a break, and then we're going to give you a break." So That's how it works.
It's only on those two.
It's only on those two, and when they're gone, they're gone. There's no deals on, and we do have the small ones in. We've got the flip and fold, so we're stocked with Caterpillar stuff. But those are the two that are 40% off. So take advantage. I mean, think about that. I use them just because I do a lot of collage.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you call it applique stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I trace a lot of the stuff that I draw.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what do you guys do? EPP. I mean, it's awesome to have one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
all kinds of neat.
Yeah, and you can put the glass mat if you want to iron on it. I mean, yeah, they're awesome. So we won't make
And
this.
does that mat come with it?
Yes,
It does
Not the
come with the
glass.
cutting mat, not the glass one.
not the glass one.
Okay.
So in the box, yeah,
Okay.
just the
Good.
regular cutting mat. Serger month is almost over as well. I guess it was a pretty busy month, huh?
Mm-hmm. Was.
National Serger month. So Serger accessories have been 20% off all month, and I guess you have 8 more days to take advantage of that. So if you're looking for a certain foot, an attachment, I mean, there's a bazillion Serger things out now. Because Sergers are so easy to thread, you can use them.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a ton of Serger classes too, which we talked about on Saturday. We'll talk again on Saturday about, but
Most of them are this week.
most of them are this week. Do we have any spots in any that I should mention?
Sure. We have Serger Club tomorrow.
Serger Club is tomorrow.
Upcycling bags, which I forgot to grab.
Upcycling bags is
Tomorrow afternoon.
that tomorrow afternoon as well? Ooh, I don't know if they can sign up for that one, but
Sure they can.
supply list, okay? Yeah, so
Yeah.
go to cutupandsew.com, check the calendar. If you want to get in some last minute Serger classes, jump on it today.
And they're here, not St.
There's one up in St.
There's one in St.
Augustine,
Augustine
and that's Thursday or Friday.
later this week, Thursday or Friday, and then some here as well.
Okay.
And then the Sergers themselves have been on sale. So if you have been serging or using or have had a serger that is not air thread technology, I just encourage you to come in and sit down and see what we're talking about.
It makes it so easy.
It's a game changer.
And yeah, it really is. And I don't have a serger, nor do I want one. But
It's Serger month, Joanne.
I know. I know. I don't know.
Boy, do
where
I have a
put it.
deal for you.
I'm sure you do. But it was very tempting when I saw the threading technique and everything. And I know all the things that there are you can do with them. And I have grandchildren that need clothes. Would be awesome.
Nancy and Kate are teaching me how to make the Hawaiian shirt step by step. And I'm
Mhm.
finding things that I do not like, but also ways that I'm like, ooh, I could do that a lot faster with that serger over there.
Mhm.
I'm learning the French seam technique. hmm But I know a serger's faster.
Mhm.
So if and when I make more in the future, I will be using a serger.
Mhm.
But thank you for the education, Nancy and Kate. It's fantastic. It's really an awesome experience to learn.
Yes, and at least you know when people come in and say, "Well, I want to do a French seam here," you know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'll be like, Nancy, Kate, would you mind showing? It's. I have such a newfound appreciation for garment
Mhm.
sewers, the ones that do it well,
Mhm.
for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, sticky note. Serger accessories, 20%. Shop hop specials. I talked about that. Talked about Caterpillar staff picks.
Oh, what are they?
So just in
it's
case
fabric this month, right?
it is fabric. So just in case you guys have not been following along, every week the staff has picked out something that is their favorite. We did some notions. Last week it was Tim Holtz and Kay Fassett. This week Nancy picked out, we're calling this tie-dye, but it's not really tie-dye, but that's kind of what it looks like to us. So Nancy here picked out this fabric, which
She made a shirt.
and she did make an awesome shirt out of it. And I just think this is a really fun little print.
Mhm.
Ooh, there's not a lot of people.
No, the pink is running low.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be fun to make shirts for a family, mom, dad, kids,
Oh, there you go. The whole family.
the whole family, same fabric, different colors.
I would have been so mad if my family made me wear the matching outfits.
Yeah, my kids didn't like it.
Yeah, same idea.
So I think we do have a handful of tie-dye prints that are not just those. So we'll kind of, you know how we do. As opposed to it just being those 3 items,
It works well for the tea.
it does work well with the batiks, which is what I'm going to show you next. But anything that we can pass over or you can pass over as tie-dye, we'll say is 20% off. So that's how it works. The staff picks out their favorite fabric for now, and it's 20% off this week. Gretchen picked out batiks, which let me just tell you, we have some batiks here for sure, but St. Augustine has a lot of batiks.
Great selection up there.
And I love this print. I'm not a huge batik person, but I absolutely love.
This is wonderful. It's kind of like going to the aquarium.
Yeah, that's right. Oh gosh.
Oh wow, lots of color in that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's a lot of purple going on today.
Well, look who picked it out.
I like it. I like that one. It
And there's
always
just a
amazes
nice
me
rich.
how green and purple go together.
I used to hate it together. I did not like green and purple. I was like, oh, but then you see it like
Mhm.
done this way, and actually, it's very popular right now.
Oh,
And
I
so, yeah, it's awesome.
Are you done with that one?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out logo colors. Holy cow!
Okay.
Those are mine. So again, all batiks at both locations, 20% off this week. You can thank Gretchen, and she's in St. Augustine. So make sure you stop by and say thanks for the deal, Gretchen. And then Nancy, who's going to be in Palm Coast, picked out the tie-dye. So those are obviously 20% off, but also anything that you can kind of, we'll say is tie-dye-ish, we'll give you 20% off on. So
Awesome.
I like doing the staff picks. I think it's important for you guys to know the staff, but meet them, find out their flavors, what are they good at. And so we're going to be doing more of that. We're going to get them in some videos eventually. Sorry, gang. Sorry, not sorry. That's all right. Let's see. Next thing I have is tomorrow is Earth Day.
Mm.
Earth Day and birthday. But Tony's not going to be here. She's going to be off playing because it's her birthday. She's turning 22 this year.
Yes.
So now you can legally drink.
She's been breaking the law for years. So, but Earth Day it's all green fabric, right? Yeah, makes sense. All green fabric at both locations tomorrow, the 22nd, will be 20% off as well. A lot of 20% off fabric.
Mhm.
A lot of 20% off stuff. You got 8 days for 20 and 30% off a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So come in and take advantage of that stuff. And then I'm going to tell you the code word at the end. They'll have to wait. I will stop talking for a little bit and let you jam.
Oh, okay, my turn. Well,
Are you not prepared?
I'm prepared.
Are you going to use this? You're not, are you?
No.
Okay, cool. And Tony, I was cruising through that.
You were crazy.
Well, I'm not feeling super hot. My son has been sick, and I can feel something coming on, so I'm trying to get through it. So forgive me.
He's trying not to send germs my way, but
I've got a mask in my pocket. She was like, meh. But did I miss any comments or questions or anything?
Your mom just gave a list of places she's lived. And Sherry says Ryan's Case Smiles collected close to 3 million since they're on inception.
3 million.
3 million.
Ryan's
that is
Case for
awesome.
Smiles has collected near 3 million. That's
an awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, all thanks to people who are willing to volunteer their time and their fabric.
And continue to do so. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, well, so as I've told you before, most of my ideas for Monday morning come from whatever I'm doing in my sewing room on Sunday. So This week, I have been working on a quilt for one of my clients. And as I looked at it, I thought, this is such a pretty quilt. I'm really enjoying just looking at it. And I'll show you pretty much what it is. But it is a great stash buster quilt. So if you're kind of looking for, if you've got like something that looks like this, only huger, which probably isn't a real word, but is appropriate.
It's not, but it works.
So if you've got something like this, this is a great quilt for you. And what it is just a simple block that looks like this. It's a string quilt, works great, easy to make. I was able to make 4 of these this morning and before I came. And so they're pretty easy to put together. And all you do is you grab your stash of leftover fabrics, especially if you have strips, and you start working with them. Now, what I'm going to use...
Look at the colors, by the way. It's like the exact same colorway as all the batiks we picked.
Yeah, I love batiks.
Good for you.
So anyway, what you do is you start out with a foundation. And you can do this just taking a triangle and adding the strips to it and then cutting it. I don't find it as precise. And because you're working with, this is a bias here, because of the bias, it makes it a little unstable. So I like having something underneath it. Now, because this is a stash buster, and because my idea of a stash buster is you use what you have, you start and you use as much of what you have in your sewing room to get started to work on this. So one of the things that I had in my sewing room were these 10-inch paper squares. Now, I bought these probably 10 years ago. And so I figured this is time to use them. But you can use all kinds of things. And there's lots of different interfacings, paper piecing, paper, any of those things. And actually, my favorite thing to use is to go through my fabric and look for that fabric that says, you bought me 12 years ago and you will never use me. And I like to take that, cut it up into squares and actually use that as my foundation. Then I don't have to tear out the paper. And one of the things that I know everybody says, oh, I just like having something that I can do while I'm sitting and watching TV. And I hate tearing out paper, piecing paper while I'm watching TV and accumulating this little mound of paper all around me. So I really like the fabric, to use fabric. But today, because I had this and I wanted to get rid of it, I'm using this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a line. And you're going to take your ruler and you're going to place the 1/4 inch line of your ruler right down here. See if we can do it this way.
I say, let me help somehow.
No, it's okay.
You were so excited about showing us your EQ8 present.
I was.
Your progress.
I was.
We didn't set up the other camera.
That was so cool. Okay, so the line, this line does not go down from corner to corner. It goes 1/4 inch away. So we're going to put the 1/4 inch line right at the corners of whatever you've used to make your foundation, and draw a line. And draw a line so that the line is 1/4 inch away from the corner of your block. Then you're going to place your first strip, and that first strip will lie right on top of that. Okay. And one of the things that you want to do is, because that strip is now kind of flopping around there, you want to glue it down. So I have this paper here, and I'm going to take my first strip and I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to take my glue stick, which we have these here, and I like these best. They're easiest to take they're the easiest thing to get the paper off with when you're taking it off. And I'm going to take that first strip and I'm going to line it up with that line that I drew. So now I have that on there. Maybe. At home, this went really smoothly. So now I have that first strip glued to here, so it's nice and stable, and it's glued right next to the line. Now the next strip I'm going to put on, and I'm going to put that strip, I'm going to line that strip up with the bottom of the first strip. Now that is the bottom is the portion that's away from that line, because I'm going to sew. I'm not going to sew on the side where the line is. I'm going to sew on the opposite side. So I have that set, and then I sew that on and flip it. When I flip it open, I'm going to press it. Now, Tony reminded me the other day that a lot of times paper will shrink, and it definitely shrinks when you're ironing it. So you have to kind of be aware of that. But in this particular quilt, doesn't really matter. So now I have these two strips sewn together, and I'm just going to continue adding strips as I go along. And when I'm finished, I will have all these strips. Doesn't matter what size they are. Personally, I prefer smaller sizes, so I tend to cut between an inch and an inch and 3/4. But you can do whatever you want. If you have a bunch of 2.5 inch strips left over, you can use those. This is a great way to use up. Let's say you have a bunch of binding left that you didn't use. You can always use those strips on here as well. There's all kinds of places where you can get your strips up from. So once you've got it from here, you're going to choose your background, your backing fabric. And the backing fabric is, personally, I like to use a dark fabric that will really show off this, but you can use whatever you think goes best with these. But you definitely want these strips to show up and to look, to give, you want this to give this some pop. And so once you've done that, once you've got it all together, and then, so then after you've got all your strips together, you're going to lay the triangle that you've cut along, once again, along that line that you drew earlier. And once you sew a 1/4 inch seam there, then you will have your 1/4 inch seam will be going right down the center of your block. So it gives you a nice square block. Then you're going to trim all the way around, and then you have your first block. So one of the things that you might want to notice when you're making these is that I should have taken some of these off, that when you put them together, can you kind of hold that there?
Mm-hmm.
Right in the corner. Second to next one. When you put them together, or when you're using them, what you have are half square triangles. So if you look up in Pinterest or anywhere, quilts with half square triangles, or what you can do with half square triangles, there's a variety of ways you can put them together. Now, personally, I just really like this layout where you're just placing one right after another all along.
I can't hold anymore.
That's
I'm out
all
of
you get.
hands.
That's all you get.
Mm.
So then you just place them as you go all along. And I like it this way, but you can do all kinds of things with them with half square triangles and make them in all kinds of different designs. So that's basically the idea of this one's turned around.
You did that on purpose.
Okay. Oh, so you could do that. You could start out with this in the center and then build around it and make a large quilt that looks like it has looks like a diamond.
I'm a
with
visual
these.
person, so that's why I figured
It's
I'd turn
good.
it. Yeah.
It's good. Good choice. So anyway,
Thank
you can do this in any size. And I didn't have time to do this in particular, but can you imagine taking like a 5-inch square and doing this in a 5-inch square and having like little 1-inch strips? Or Tony's shaking
Nope.
her head no, but I can. I was thinking that'd be really cool to have like little small squares of this, and making, you could make a doll blanket out of it, or a little table topper, or what was this? Or you could add your selvages in there. Tony was suggesting that, and that's a great place to use your selvages. So anyway, that was the idea for today, to just
Stash buster. Yeah, we say it all the time. Even though we showcase new fabrics and we want you to come in and get new stuff, use what you have. We say it over and over and over again. I think we've talked about doing a stash swap, or what do they call that one time? We just never did it.
Yeah,
Is that what it's called? Stash swap?
it can be on the.
Something to swap?
It's on the list.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Something. So anyway, just a way to start attacking that little. One of the YouTube people calls it Mount Stashmore.
Don't stash more.
But just just trying to decrease that a little bit, and you can, if you did like like a full, like a nice lap size or maybe a twin size, you're going to get rid of a fair amount of your stash.
And you know
if
you
you're
have,
just-
and you know you have one of these in a drawer or wherever it is.
Yeah,
It's probably huger
it's huger.
than,
Yes.
than Joanne's. But
And if you really feel like you want to buy fabric, you can always buy the fabric that you need for these triangles. So anyway,
there you go. Yeah,
there's
exactly.
always options.
You may not have enough black or whatever you're using. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and then you can get all that new fabric once you use up this.
That's
that's
right.
That's the idea, you know.
You know, sometimes I look at that stash, that collection of this fabric, and I think I can't buy any more fabric. I have all that. And Bonnie Hunter is wonderful at saying things like, "This fabric here costs just as much as the big piece of yardage, so don't waste it. Use it."
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
And these are really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Absolutely.
that's today.
I love it. That was a good one. Any questions on that? Let's see. I just see a bunch of people jumping on. Good morning. And I see you guys all doing the little thumbs up and the hearts. I didn't mention it, but thank you. That helps us big time. Lets other people find us. So continue to share and like and heart everything we do. We appreciate it. Speaking of everything that we do, just a reminder, and I know there's been a post on the St. Augustine Cut Up and Sew Facebook page. It's still called Bees.
Oh,
And that's just a back end sort of thing. We weren't able to change it to the name because Cut Up and Sew already exists. Those pages are going to merge. And if it does so successfully, you'll never know. And all of a sudden, when you go to Bees page, because you've been on there for years, it will be the Cut Up and Sew page. So hopefully it'll seamlessly just kind of naturally happen, and you'll still get the notifications. And instead of being from Bees page, it'll just be Cut Up and Sew. So if it doesn't work out well, just make sure you go to the Cut Up and Sew Facebook page and follow us. And the Cut Up and Sew crew is the group where we post things from the classes, and we post a lot of stuff. Again, communication's huge because we have so much going on. We send out emails. If you're not on our email list, make sure you go to cutupandsew.com. Down at the bottom, you can enter that there. Or next time you're in the store, just ask one of us and we'll sign you up. And texting is coming back very, very soon. A lot of people don't communicate. They don't check their emails. They don't mess with it. It's a joint email account. We see a lot of that. So a lot of people prefer texting. Obviously, communicate via the way you like best. We're never trying to be harassy. We're not salesy, but we got a lot of stuff going on. How else could we tell you about Ryan's Case for Smiles charity sewing? Right. That's very non-threatening. Who wouldn't want to receive a text message as a friendly reminder? So anyway, just keep that in mind. We are hoping that the Facebook pages merge like this week. Yeah. Today. It says today.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed. And keep the suggestions coming for classes. Tony plans way in advance, but we're always looking for ideas and I don't know, just new classes, and we want to do what you guys want. We're going to start doing classes in evenings eventually, especially for all you guys, all you in St. Augustine who work. And not that people in Palm Coast don't work, but it just obviously there is a different schedule because we're finding that when we try to do certain things in both places, it's very different. And we're learning. So, and that's thanks to you guys and just trial and error. We try something, it doesn't work. All right, we'll switch it up. So just stay tuned. A lot of new things coming. Code word before we jump off. Did I miss anything, Tony? I don't see any.
Linda is that foundation paper. Yeah.
What Joanne did, Linda? Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
And foundation paper piecing is done with a machine. EPP is done with hand. English paper piecing is by hand. I say that every time we talk about it because I just remember when I was learning, I constantly got them confused. So I'm the dummy, so I get to ask the dumb question. So you guys don't have to because you're not dummies. So I take one for the team all the time.
We're glad you're here to do that.
Okay, cool. So the code word, anytime that you come into either location and you pay with cash, you get your name on a little ticket. That ticket goes in either a cash pig or a cash cow, and we do a drawing for a gift card. If you say the code word, you get 2 tickets. So this week's code word is upcycling.
Upcycling. That's going to be hard to remember.
Upcycling,
That
upcycling.
would be hard.
It's an unusual word.
But what's this week?
Earth Day.
Unusual. week.
Birthday. Yeah, birthday.
Reuse what you have. Actually, perfect.
Mhm.
Using
that's
your
right.
stash. You
I
know
was
what I mean?
right here for Earth Day.
And
You
upcycling,
planned it.
see?
You planned it and forgot you planned it.
That's right. I wish you told me. I would have known.
Well, upcycling's cool. Just not to go off too far, but you know, the younger generation, we talk about it all the time. Garment sewing and crocheting and knitting, all sewing in general is not going anywhere. But there's a whole new generation of sewers that are finding things that you guys used to do,
Mhm.
and they're kind of making it their own, which is really
Yeah.
cool. So garment sewing, they are not just not everyone from scratch. They're going and buying things,
I'm loving seeing those things. That is so
Thrifting,
interesting.
and
how
then
how they're doing that.
chopping it up and making their own
Mhm.
stuff, upcycling. So it's very cool. And also Earth Day. Hello. Let's
Mhm.
take care of the place we live.
That's right.
This big old rock.
That's right. So we have something to give our kids.
Yep, absolutely. So upcycling is the code word. Don't forget Serger sales, Serger accessories, shop hop specials all end in 8 days.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's almost May. That's wild. 40% off the Caterpillar Premium and Basic. Make sure you take advantage. If you do not have one of these, get one immediately. I'm not very salesy, but buy this because everyone needs one, and 40% off. It's just a no-brainer. I mean, that's
Try it. You'll like it.
Try it. You'll like it. And I think that's it. And then we'll see you guys for Ryan's case on Saturday in St. Augustine. I'm excited. So have a wonderful day. As always, live to create.
Okay. So words of wisdom from Jenny Doan. So try something new.
Oh, I
Maybe
love that.
this. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. You might not be perfect at it right away, but if you try it a few times, you might just be. Every new challenge is an opportunity to grow, and that's the beauty of the creative process. So
Love that.
try something new as you create.
I love that. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Guys.